All right, back in here on GCR from the Chesapeake Employers Insurance Studio, and we have been joined now in studio by a very special person. I did not know that May was National Melanoma Month, and actually yesterday was Melanoma Monday in honor of melanoma awareness and it being the deadliest form of skin cancer. And I'm embarrassed to say this. I say this as a man who, when I went to put my 6-year-old on my shoulders last night, I realized I got way too much sun on my neck on Sunday when I was out playing tennis. And so I want to talk about that a little bit. Our friend Kelly O'Donnell Ware from Kelly's Dream has joined us here in the Chesapeake Employers Insurance Studio this morning. Kelly, it's so great to see you. I don't know why you hang out with T-Bone. I have no idea why you would pal around with a guy like that, but you stepped up a little bit. Nah, appreciate you having
a name like T-Bone. How can you not?
I love that. I love Tom. He's been a friend and a supporter of everything we've done for a really long time. In fact, we do an event every year to help out Helping Up Mission. And Tom literally brought all of his luggage. I mean, like a car's worth of luggage.
He put it out to all of us to help him collect that.
It means a great deal to me every year that Tom steps up for us in that way, and so we're more than happy to try to step up for you guys a little bit. I want to talk about your background, right? You are here because you're a melanoma survivor.
Correct.
Tell me your story.
I will start by telling you it began for me in 1991. A typical textbook version of what melanoma would look like on your skin. I had it removed, moved on with life, thinking, okay, that's a done deal, and cancer. The word.
I mean, did you know it was melanoma?
I did. I was told at removal, but I did not fully understand at that point. I was young, and I did not find out until 2008 how serious it could be, because I felt a lump in my groin, which was actually a recurrence of the melanoma, which had become internal.
So you said that was 7 years later?
18 years later.
18?
17, 18 years later, yes.
Oh, my gosh.
So it's never goes away.
That math doesn't work. I gotta really think about what that means.
91 to 2008.
Math, no,
17.
I mean the math of how old you might be. That math does not work. I don't believe that. Anyway, we'll move on from that.
I had it while my mother was pregnant.
There we go. There we go. That's the math that I was trying to figure out. Okay. So when it returns, what is it now at this point?
When it returned, it was considered late stage. It was in my lymph nodes, and a tumor formed on my lymph nodes. No idea in this world that this was a possibility of what's considered skin cancer can actually even begin internally. But I did have a primary site on the outside. I endured a major surgery, and they removed clusters of lymph nodes, and they came back as showing the tumors were also in some of those. And I started a clinical trial because that was my only option. Now, at this time, I had 2 young children.
The term's late term,
late stages of scary.
That's a really terrifying set of words to put together in a sentence.
Very much so. I did a clinical trial where I self-injected 2 non-FDA approved drugs. And I had to do it, and they said the side effects were feeling like the flu. And when I asked, how long will you be doing? Well, I have to inject these, and they told me 2 years. I said, wow, that's a long time of feeling like
yeah, you have
flu.
Right. Yeah, that sounds really awful. I have it for 2 days, and I want to, I mean, like, God.
Right. Well, 5-6 months later, it returned in my abdomen. So they kicked me out of the trial, and they had to do another surgery, which was like from my hip bone into my belly button, removed a golf ball size, sports show, so that's the perfect analogy.
Sure, absolutely.
Golf ball size tumor from my abdomen. And they said, we will try to find you a new trial. At that time, there were not many options. Well, you fast forward to today, and there's some incredible research that's been done. There are many more.
God bless the people that are working. God bless you.
Let me just share my most exciting and very coolest part of this was that golf ball size tumor was frozen, because I was a guinea pig and I signed off to be a research. Whatever.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
And they radiated it. And they put some other drugs in there that we can't pronounce because those names are really long and we're not smart like those doctors. And every month for 9 months, they chipped off a piece of my tumor that was radiated, and they injected it back in my arms with a syringe, which was very painful. It would be 9 to 20 shots. And they just kept pressing it in, and they said, "This is we're trying to use your tumor to make a vaccine that will hopefully the rest of your immunity system will grab onto it and it will spread throughout your body as a vaccine.
Holy
melanoma.
crap.
That's incredible. Yeah.
And they were saying basically we are buying you time. And my goal was 5 years because that's basically what they told me. And here I am.
Wow.
And how long has it been?
12.
Oh my God. Oh
So,
my God.
Let me
Wow.
just tell you a little. This is how I feel. My goal was to watch my daughter get her driver's license. That was my biggest thing. And then I thought, well, maybe I can see our son. I'll see him graduate middle school. And my grandson just turned 1 year old.
Wow.
So that just shows you how excited I am to be alive.
Wow.
And how are you? I mean, I know
I am
that's
perfectly healthy. Maybe I don't act right all the time, but I
No,
love
but
life.
but you know what I mean? Like, is it something that you still?
I'm not cancer free.
Right. Okay.
They call it NED, no evidence of disease, which means my PET scans no longer show that there's cancer because it's so minute. But if in fact this vaccine with my tumor, if it in fact works, which of course it's a research study, so they don't know for a fact, I'm immune to it.
Wow. That's incredible.
So that's the mindset that I keep.
This is mind blowing.
So
right
are you
now.
like, are you is this sounds pretty groundbreaking? Is that something that they are trying? Was
That's a
the study,
great question.
Right, was the study successful? Are
I
they
will
trying
tell you this.
to
By the way, T-Bone's giving me third base coach signals from the other room, and I just need to point that out. Like, I'm a man who's been around
Should I steal
baseball his
home?
entire life. Well, he's trying to tell me about what we might see, the skin impact, but like the way he's doing it looks like he's telling me to bunt. He's like, like, come on, man, read the signs.
Oh,
of
I was
bunt.
going to steal third, but since you're the boss. I'm sorry.
So like, that sounds like something I've never heard.
Yeah,
of
it's
that
very
being done.
groundbreaking.
Yeah.
It was the front end of immunotherapy. Now, the exact trial I was in did not move forward because no one really survived it.
Wow.
So that immediate one was not put into
Right.
a form of treatment because with that tumor that was made into a vaccine, I also self-injected those same 2 drugs that I did in the first
Sure.
trial, but it was considered an entirely new trial.
Okay.
But it didn't really work.
Wow.
I would like to tell
So
you.
you're the literal miracle.
Yeah, they call me the miracle child of the doctors.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Like, this is unbelievable.
I'm very, very fortunate, and while very ill, that's when I started this nonprofit because I wanted to leave a legacy. I want people to remember me.
This is a hell of a legacy. This is an unbelievable legacy.
So I'm like, well, I want people to remember me. I'm going to throw a really big party. I love to have a good time, and I'm going to give them
All
money
right.
to research.
All right, let's talk about Kelly's dream. Kelly O'Donnell Ware is with us in studio here on Glenn Clark Radio. It's Melanoma Month, and we're trying to bring some awareness. But more importantly than that, what I just learned about Kelly's dream, you guys, it's not just about like, hey, wear your sunscreen. It's about there are people that are actually battling melanoma, and we need to do things for them.
Yes.
We need to help them. Tell me more about
So,
that part of it.
I will say the foundation is threefold, but basically most of it's twofold. But the third being I offer hope. I go and sit with patients. And this is, by the way, not just melanoma, all cancer patients.
Okay.
Anyone in Maryland that would need anything, I would sit with them. I've been to hospice. I've been to their homes. I've been to treatments. I've been, you name it. But that makes me happy, and that's what I love to do. The second part would be melanoma awareness and prevention. We go to schools, share my story that I just shared with you in much more detail. Corporations, health fairs, you name it. Any opportunity. I love to talk. If you can't,
I know I got that sense. And these things are way more important than the stupid things that we like to talk about during the course of 2 hours.
well, you know what? I'm proud of my life.
Know how much more important this is in debating whether or not Cedric Mullins can keep hitting at a certain level. This is so much more important than that.
Well, I will say any chance we get to speak and to educate, I take that opportunity. We also have a sunscreen dispenser program where we put them on different athletic fields, colleges and high school. We take them to different parks, or there's 5Ks in the area.
Wow, what a great idea that is.
So that sunburn on the back of your neck.
Oh, what a great idea that is. Kelly, I go play tennis early in the morning. Right? I'm not a morning person. I do my work better at night. It's just the way it is. But everybody wants to play tennis in the morning before it's the hottest that it's going to be during the day. So we play tennis once a week. We get together, and like my brain is not fully there with me when I wake up in the morning. Right? Like I get up, I'm just like, all right, I got a thing of water. I got to get out of here. I'm going to be late, and I just don't think about it. And a lot of times the sun's not overbearing when you leave. Right? You leave as it's still coming up, and you're like, it's just not something that's top of mind for you. You guys are aware of that and trying to correct it.
So you do walk away with something today.
Yeah, I mean, no, I need to learn. I need to get much
I'd love
better.
to share this with you as well. I understand you have 2 little boys.
Yes, I have a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old.
God bless you. I love it.
It's
hard work. I know.
And by the way, I'm way better at getting sunscreen on them than I am me.
Okay, that's what I was
admittedly.
going to share with
I'm way
you.
better. I give my wife a lot of credit. I don't give my wife credit for everything, but I give her a lot of credit for this.
And they hate putting it on.
Oh, it drives them nuts.
Well,
but anytime we're going anywhere, she's like,
Yeah.
got to get sunscreen
It's
on you.
statistically proven that by the sunburns they get at a younger age are the ones that come back to haunt you later on. So your skin doesn't forget. So when those kids, when I was a child, back when Jesus was a boy, I got bad sunburns, and your skin does not forget it. Even though your skin heals and peels and it gets better, that damage has been done in the other layers, so it does not go away.
Critically important.
Very important.
But
so.
the idea of having it in dispensers at parks,
Fantastic
it's
idea.
such a phenomenal idea because there's so many times where I get somewhere and I'm like, oh, I'm such an idiot, I didn't put sunscreen
think about
on.
having it at different public pools. Like
Right.
the clubs that people belong to.
Sure.
Now we were on such a good roll at the end of 2019 into the beginning of 2020, and then the world stopped.
Yes.
So this whole program was put to a halt.
All right, let's talk about how we can help. Let's do that. Kelly's Dream is the foundation. T-Bone, remind. Well, I don't. You just yell out to me what you're trying to say, T-Bone.
T-Bone, come on in here.
Yeah, yeah. T-Bone, get in here
looking
first.
for people to go to Kelly's Dream.
That's what we're gonna do. Kelly'sDream.org.
And apply for aid.
Oh,
Yes.
that part of it.
I
is important.
didn't even get to that part
Okay.
yet.
Okay, that's
The other side of what we do, and a high percentage of the funds that are raised go to financially help all types of cancer patients in Maryland. So grassroots, and everything stays local. So when you make a $50 donation, a very high percentage that will pay for someone to get to and from treatment. We'll buy them groceries. We have partnered with Movable Feast. We have their meals delivered to them, healthy meals, which are very necessary while going through treatment. Grocery gift cards. Tom, what else do we do?
Bill.
Oh, yeah,
utilities
sure. Yeah,
huge because if they don't
absolutely.
have their power, they can certainly not.
Right.
They need that.
right.
Childcare, clothing.
Here, Tom,
Essential needs.
I'll give you my microphone for a second. Go ahead.
No, a couple of years ago, we were able to help a homeless woman set up a residence so she could go through chemotherapy because they won't give you chemotherapy if you don't have a physical address. So we were able to do that as well. Our gas cards, we use one of your sponsors. We use Royal Farms.
Royal Farm is 95%
there
of
you
where
go.
I get the gift cards.
So, people that might live in Bel Air or Havre de Grace
And
or
need to go to
Cecil County
Hopkins.
have to go, or the University of American Medical Center twice a week, 3 times a week, and so the gas is expensive at that point. too.
Parking, we pay for their parking expenses.
we help
Anything
people
we
on-
can.
So we're talking about a twofold thing here.
Yes.
You're looking for people to donate, and we're going to talk about some of the events that are coming up.
But
But
raising money is the number one thing. But, yes,
you're also looking for people
Absolutely.
who are going through their own
Absolutely.
cancer battles to
and
go
the
to Kelly's
application is
Dream.
right on the website. You
That's
download
amazing.
it and print it and send it our way, and we get you taken care of.
So that's an incredible thing. So it's not just that you're asking for donate. If people can do that. If you just want to donate out of the goodness of your heart, donate out of the goodness of your heart. But you do have a couple of big fundraiser events coming up that you're going to donate money and you're going to get some cool things in return, like getting to go see Justin Schlegel perform comedy this Saturday night.
Exactly.
We all love Justin. He's one of the funniest men in this area. He has a gift unlike anything I've ever heard before in my life. Literally every time he talks, he's funny. I don't know how it's possible. I have no idea how a human being. He is the Michael Jordan of comedy. There's an event Saturday night, State Theater in Havre de Grace, correct?
May 8th
Big Time in Comedy.
is hosting it, and the funds, and I'll be there, and Tom will be there.
Yep.
I'll be on stage. It's actually a it's Comedy Mania, so it's a wrestling theme, and there's going to be some surprise guests.
That's right.
He's a
That's
wrestling
right.
guy.
I am a wrestling guy.
Well,
so
then
that's
maybe we need you on the studio.
God, I gotta figure out.
We need you on. Yeah, there's going to be a ring.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really.
It's
I love from
hosted
MCW.
from a
That's a
ring.
really cool. I love that guy. Oh, wait. There's gonna be a ring
Yes,
set
that's
up.
where the comedians do their show.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
That's
Larry-
awesome.
Larry Legend.
Larry
yes,
the Legend's
Larry-
the host
It's
as
gonna
well
be
with.
With the big microphone from the. Oh, that's
love
tremendous.
Larry. Right.
That's tremendous. I love that. So that's Saturday night.
Saturday at 8
night.
o'clock.
Now we've got a pair of tickets to give away to that event.
We do.
For people, and I'll do that in here in 1 second. But for somebody who doesn't win their tickets that way, they go where to get their tickets?
They would go to bigtimecomedy.com.
BigTimeComedy.com
Hit
is
their
the
events.
website
Click on their events.
for Saturday night.
On Facebook, Big
And-
Time and Comedy on Facebook.
Big Time and Comedy on Facebook as well to get your tickets for Saturday night's event at the State Theater in Havre de Grace with Justin Schlegel. That's not the only event you have coming up. You have the words bull roast around here are just magical words. Like,
Are you from Baltimore?
Yeah, when you want to
Okay,
get
so
when
you
you want to
guys
get
know.
people to now, I happen to I do a pig roast myself every
Wow,
year. That's a
wow.
different thing.
I was
That's
gonna tell her about
yeah,
that,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that's coming up this summer.
T-Bone's Ben. He knows it is a magical day. It is an incredible thing. But the words bull roast in this community get people together. You just say, hey, by the way, Saturday Night Bull Roast. They say, I don't care what it's for. We're there. Like that's the way that it
Spinning
works.
wheels and,
Correct.
you know.
We're all in.
You can gamble, you can drink, you can
Dance.
eat, right, and dance.
Yep.
Bob Popick, the Orioles DJ.
Woody. We love Woody.
Yeah, he's our DJ.
Woody's going to be our DJ this year. So it's great. This was going to be a Friday night event on June 19th.
18th.
18th. June 18th.
You know, that's the night before my own. What a perfect weekend.
Is
that
it really?
That's great. And we'd love to see you there too.
I would love to be there.
It's a fun night and it's cheap, $45.
Wait, what? Say
$45.
How are you raising money when you're only charging $45
Because
for a bull
we
roast?
do it very smart.
We do it.
We have great auction items and raffle items. I try to keep that price down
you
to
can
get.
gamble without getting in trouble, and hopefully the mask mandate will be lifted by then.
I mean, I like to get in trouble. I don't know about you.
And I did see that you're going to do everything, whatever the
Oh, yeah, we're
ordinance-
following,
you're gonna-
of course,
whatever
the
the
guidelines.
rules are at that point. You're going to be
Absolutely
following
will.
all of them.
Whatever it is,
There's
whatever.
not going to be anybody that's going to be, no problems like that.
By the way, throw out a little. Have you been to the State Theater yet in Havre de Grace?
No, I haven't.
So my buddy
Beautiful.
Jarrett Node up there, and it's fantastic what they've done with the State Theater up in Havre de Grace. It is just gorgeous. They're going to start bringing in bigger name acts, and hopefully we're going to partner with them to do a couple things. First Friday's up in Havre de Grace, so it'll be a good time Friday night. And Justin, like you said, is phenomenal. Right.
That's 1,000. I'm so jealous. I'm so insanely jealous of how good Justin is at what he does. All right, so again, the Bull Roast is at Columbus Gardens on June 18th.
June 18th.
And to get tickets for that
Is kellysdream.org.
kellysdream.org. The comedy show, go to and
Kelly's Dream on Facebook.
Kelly's Dream on Facebook. Thank you, Tom. And then for the comedy show, it's bigtimecomedy.com or the Big Time and Comedy
Correct.
Facebook page.
Now, I would like to add this comedy show is definitely adult content. So if
Fair enough. Don't bring.
I
don't
think it's
You're
only
saying
fair to warn you
don't,
that
don't bring
I
the
don't get
6-year-old and the
easily afforded,
3-year-old.
right.
Okay, fair enough. I won't do that. I will not bring the 6-year-old and 3-year-old.
Oh, and by the way, it's also being live streamed. You can watch it.
But let's make sure we sell the tickets
Oh,
first.
absolutely.
And then,
If you would like to just watch it because you're not comfortable being out or you don't live close by, there will also be a link where you can text to donate and
That's
that
cool.
sort of thing.
That's cool.
So it can reach a wide branch of people.
All right.
You'll get to see Justin for free live. You know, go onto your Facebook or go to Kelly's Dream Facebook page. It'll be live streamed on there. Justin, come on, and trust me, like you said, if anybody hasn't seen him, you think he's funny on 98 Rock. You ought to see him in person.
Unbelievable.
Right.
Unbelievable.
And we were going to have
By the way,
raffles that night as well.
You know what makes me sick? Even when he's not trying, even when you just bump into him somewhere, and it's just the guy's just funny. He just has it coming out of his pores, man. I'm so jealous of him. He's such an unbelievable talent.
But and the guys at Big Time in Comedy have put it together a really nice lineup. And Stefan Stefanovic, who's one of the funnier guys in this state too. How do you say Eric's last name?
Jolacroix.
Jolacroix. He's French. French Canadian. Yeah.
And he's no more classier than we are.
So they did a really good job putting this all together. We did it last year. We raised a little over $2,000 last year, and we had nobody in the theater. And to watch Justin and Wendy Townsend did it for us last year, to watch these comedians get as funny as they are with no audience to play off.
They said it was the toughest job they've ever done.
I believe
Right.
that.
Because you feed off the audience.
No doubt.
So we're glad to see all of this, and you're getting crowds too when you're doing it Loyola now, right?
We got people there, yeah, and we were able to finally do a live show last week out at Looney's. It's the first time we've taken the show
Very
on the
cool.
road.
Which
It's
one?
just, the one in Perry Hall. We
Perry
were out
Hall,
there for our
yeah.
draft show. It was just great to be around
That's
people
awesome.
again.
Good
God,
for
it was
you.
great to be around people again. I'm
It
sorry.
really
The
is.
draft show was really good, and I thought Jeremy was very good on it.
After about the 5th shot, when he went back to the well on, did you know Mac is cam backwards the second time?
I remember when you were shuffling him off after midnight, after the 31st pick. It was like, we have to get rid of Jeremy now.
Yeah.
And he's got
He's had a night.
He's
Had
right.
a night.
But that was a good show, too.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. All right, kellysdream.org, again, is the website. For the Bull Roast, you get your tickets there. Make donations there. And if you're someone going through your own cancer battle,
Someone you
can,
love.
Yep.
This is the time. We're here
apply
for
for
you.
aid that way. And then bigtimecomedy.com.
Big timing.
Big Timing. Sorry,
That's okay.
bigtimingcomedy.com and Big Timing Comedy on Facebook for tickets for the State Theater on Saturday night for the comedy show with Justin Schlegel to benefit Kelly's Dream. That's what we need to know, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's give away a pair of tickets. Here's what we're going to do. Because we have audience that listens later on in the day. I'm going to give you 24 hours. I'm going to do the same thing I did last Thursday. You're going to tweet me and you're going to say, I want it. And people are going to see that and they're going to wonder what it is that you're talking about. And we're going to have to leave it alone from there. And people will just always have to wonder. Tweet
That's
me
great.
at Glenn Clark Radio. Say, I want it. We'll pick someone at random who'll get hooked up with a pair of tickets for Saturday night at State Theater to go see Justin Schlegel. Do me a favor if you win the tickets. Throw in a couple of bucks, okay? Throw in a couple of bucks to support Kelly's Dream as well. But we'll hook somebody up. You got 24 hours, so noon on Wednesday. We'll pick a winner for the tickets to see Justin Schlegel on Saturday night at the State Theater in Haverty Grace to support Kelly's Dream. Anywhere social media besides Facebook? Is there a Twitter, anything like that?
You're on Instagram, right?
Instagram, Kelly? Okay.
You forget that I'm old? I am on there, but I'm not really good at keeping up with it.
I believe the Twitter is at Kelly's _dream.
Well, there, you see? He knows more than I do. I never post on it. I need help.
In our 50s, it's hard keeping up with
Excuse
one
me, Tom.
social- Oh, well, I'm sorry.
You just blew it for me.
But
It's hard for me to keep up, and I'm not in my
We've
50s.
done well with Facebook, and there's a minor footprint on Instagram and other places.
Hey, can I share 2 other things?
Yes, you can
One,
share as
I
many
want
other
to tell
things as you
you,
want.
Cam Cameron, the previous defensive coach.
Offensive coordinator,
Offensive,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yep, it's okay.
He's a melanoma survivor.
I think I did know that.
And one of my proudest moments also was 2014, I believe. I got to throw out the first pitch of the Baltimore
Oh,
Orioles
my God.
for World Cancer Survivor Day.
How cool is that?
And they chose me from all the survivors within
Where
the
you?
state.
Okay. Where did you throw the ball from?
Okay, well, they wouldn't allow me on the mound, so
yeah.
right in the grass in front of it.
Yep. How
But
was
I-
the throw?
Let me tell you something,
Okay.
friend.
Yes.
I've been a ball player my entire life,
Okay.
so it went right down the middle.
There you go.
And I'm
There
left-handed.
You go. Did you take anything off of it? Were you like, I better
My
make
clothes
sure?
or the-
No. Well, I mean, you did that.
Whatever you have to do for donations,
yeah.
whatever you got to do.
It's about helping people.
Yeah, come
We
on.
do what we got to do.
I
in
have
order
a
to help
purpose.
some people.
She has a big crush on Adam Jones, too. By the way.
Who does?
Who don't? Who don't?
Who does?
He's come and helped us every once in a while.
Yeah, I've been to, yeah.
I've got a crush on Adam. I mean, he's one of the best humans that we saw come
Yeah,
through
he's
this
just
way.
a great
He-
guy.
Put a bird on it.
I mean, dude, that guy, we will sing his praises eternally in our community for all the wonderful things he did. Kelly, it's amazing. It's amazing to hear your story. I'm so just blown away by what you're doing and how important it is, and we'll continue to support you guys
Thank
and
you
your
so
mission
much.
and your
Honestly,
cause.
what a pleasure to meet you guys.
It was great to have you in here. T-Bone, it was
That's
was
my driver.
We'll be back at Christmas with coats and carry-on bags.
I love you,
because we know how important that is. When somebody goes into a shelter with a paper bag or a plastic bag and they leave with a warm coat and a bag to carry their stuff, that's a big thing.
Words really cannot explain. And you've been there for us the entire time, and that's always meant the world to me. And of course, your family is royalty in this area. You know how this goes.
It's down the road a little bit too, but in September we'll do a golf.
Yes, we do
tournament.
a golf tournament.
We will
Probably
happily talk it
September
up.
17th.
Happily talk that up. Kelly, a true honor. Thank you for joining
Oh,
us this
thank you.
morning. We've got to wrap up the show. We got like 2 more things we got to do. If you want to linger, you can. If you got to go, yep.
Tom is taking me to T-Bone, taking me to lunch.
Hey, I mean, that's where you going? Where you headed?
Wherever
All
I'm
right,
going to
all right,
go.
all right.
Well,
Well,
we don't need that entourage showing up.
Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
thank you.
Great meeting you.
Incredible story. KellysDream.org, again, is the website for you to find out more about Kelly's Dream.